Greetings, fellow humans. I'm MartianBuu, and today's pocket video is on Monarchy. I call it Monarchy because I'm a bit of a Pokemon trading card game boomer, and there was a popular deck back in the early 2000s based around Nidoqueen and Nidoking that was called Monarchy. So there's a brief history of why I called that was definitely worth including. Anyways, Nidoqueen has an attack Love Strike that for 2 darkness and a colorless deals 80 with an additional 50 damage for each Nidoking on your bench. So the idea is to get up a Nidoqueen with 3 energy and as many Nidoking as you can to enable it to hit certain breakpoints. Getting out multiple stage 2s is already hard enough, so getting out 2 Nidoking is going to be kind of a challenge, but if you get out even 1 in addition to your Nidoqueen, you're dealing 3 for 130, which is plenty to knock out many of the most popular Pokemon. So it's enough to hit Starmie EX, it's enough to hit Pikachu EX, and thanks to the Darkness weakness, it's actually enough to hit Mewtwo EX in one hit as well. So you're dealing a ton of damage. Ideally, if you did get out 2 of them, you could even one-shot a Charizard. So getting out that second one will have its niche benefits, but the trainers to enable that to happen consistently aren't in the game yet. Kind of along those lines, we do have a one-of copy of Meowth in here. I initially started with 2, but I really felt like I needed a Sabrina, and while having 1 Meowth to start was pretty good, especially if you go second, drawing the second one always felt pretty bad, so I did end up cutting one for that second Sabrina. Overall, this is an off-meta, just for fun deck. I wouldn't expect to have crazy results with it, but if you like to have the Nidoqueen, Nidoking synergy and are looking for a funny off-meta deck that doesn't have any EXs in it, for example, this was a pretty good time. I hope you enjoyed the games, and thank you so much for watching. All right, well, on the bright side, opponent is weak to dark. So if we can get our attacker up, and it's too bad we didn't go second. Like going second, I feel like we had a really good chance of winning this, but you know, red card is, I think, filler in good decks versus good decks, but in good decks versus bad decks like this one, I feel like red card can do a lot of damage, right? Because we need to accumulate a bunch of evolutions, and every red card makes that harder. All right, sick. I'm gonna evolve this one on the bench. Excuse me. And I guess we'll peck the active. Nah, we should start powering up Nidoqueen, because as soon as Nidoqueen hits with a Nidoking out, we're just set. I feel like going second gives a massive advantage. Yeah, it's really... So in the paper TCG, going first, you can't use a supporter and you can't attack, but you can attach an energy. And I feel like that balance is way better. I don't know why they flipped it for this. It's a very strange move in my opinion. All right, on the one hand, I think Nidoqueen can take that attack from the Mewtwo and do just fine. On the other hand, if they Sabrina me, we're just like Omega toast, right? Because that Nidoking is never getting out of the active spot. Never, ever. There's no chance of a... I don't think it's right to play around red card here. I think what I'm going to do is... I'm going to do this. Probably for no good reason. I should have evolved this one. I should have evolved Nidorina. Because, like, again, it really doesn't matter that there's any chip damage here. But by not evolving Nidorino, if they had Sabrina'd us, I could have top decked the other X speed and still attacked. For an edit, name 3 cards you want to see clear a gap of 48 school buses in GTA 5. 3 cars. My car, the mystery machine, and the car from the movie Cars. which is a movie I haven't seen, by the way, if anyone was curious. Love Strike Go! Bonk. Yeah, see, the chip damage didn't matter. I should have just evolved into Nidoqueen to play around red card. It is a Toyota sedan. 2 energy attacking stage 1s would be harder to balance if they had energy turn 1. Would be harder to balance. I'm gonna say technically yes, but like, as far as how like, I don't think that matters, I guess. Yes, it would be harder. I don't know. In general, I think just like the difference in power level between the EXs and the non-EXs was a mistake for this. I think that a lot of their problems come from that, but I guess I understand your point. You know, starting Staryu and evolving into Starmie and then just dealing 90 on turn 2 could be pretty unfortunate, but like they're okay with that type of thing, right? That's why the card Misty exists. So I guess it wouldn't be perfect to switch it back the other way, but you would have a harder time finding that, right? Because you couldn't use a supporter on one if they were to switch it. So hard to say. Yeah, I wonder if you just are better off not playing Meowth unless so you can play Sabrina. No, I don't think so. It could be that you're, you know, it's better to only run one. But I don't know. Hard to say, hard to say. Because I do feel like a Sabrina in here would be good. I think it would definitely be good. It's just like, is it more good than running the second Meowth to increase your chances of starting with it? It's supposed to be pi, like 3.14, but I forgot the one. LMAO. Okay, word. Gotcha. So Pieman 34 should have been Pieman 314. What are your strategy on the economy of the game? Having just started, I don't know if I should spend all my hourglass pulling or just saving them and getting my free pack. There's no benefit to saving them, other than if you don't want this set anymore, I guess. My opponent does not have a skill. I had the skill issue with the Misty this time. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. I also feel like going second in the Meowth is bad, right? Should I just be attaching to Nidoran? I don't have a Nidorina or a Nidoqueen. My big strategy here is to have the Kangaskhan get double tails. We don't have an idea when the release schedule is now, but I would just use your hourglasses for now, especially if it's your first time. There's no reason to hold them. But yeah, I would use your pack points to craft 35 and 70 point things, and use your wonder picks and pack choice to chase. Hey look, my opponent had a skill issue this time. use your wonder picks and packs to chase EXs and rares. So your 75s and, or your 150s and 500s. That's my personal strategy. So Meowth is gonna die real soon, right? Should I play this Nidoran? Helps me with potential red card nastiness. But it was such a bad idea, right? Because now we need the Meowth to die before we can play the Nidoran male, and we want to get out 2 of them. I had someone roll 10 heads with Misties yesterday. That's what's up. For me, when my opponent rolls an absurd number of heads on Misties, like, you know, 6+, it's like relatively unremarkable to me because... All right, this is bad. I think we're setting up a sacrificial Nidoran female. Oh. We sure are. Well, this is better, right? Because now we get to draw 1 more with Meowth. And now we get to set them to 130. That was a bad Sabrina, wasn't it? Wasn't that really bad? I think so. It would be worse if... And I can put this Meowth, right? So that this Meowth will give us Sabrina protection. And we have the X speed for it too. But anyways, yeah, still, when my opponents get an absurd amount of heads with Misty, it doesn't really phase me too much because once you hit 3, it doesn't matter anymore, right? Like, 10 heads on Misty is the same impact on the game as 3 heads on Misty. So, like, I don't get too tilted when I see really big numbers. I wish you could still get experience when losing in PvP games. I do too, yeah. I feel like it should be like, you know, at least a third of the experience. What do you think of typed Pokemon who need colorless like Golbat and Mindfu as a splash on any deck that want to cover type advantages, even though they're not necessarily the same type as the Mon in the deck? I think it would be really, really, really cool if... Interesting. And why on earth would you do that? Huh. I feel like I should take the knockout. Oh, if I had a Sabrina, this game would be locked, right? I think I don't take the knockout. I think I use this time to get energy on Nidoking. They've used 1 Sabrina, right? Have they used both? No. So they do have 1. But yeah, if I had a Sabrina in the deck, I should cut a Meowth for a Sabrina. That's my new opinion. Because I need at least 1. Alright. Opponent did not have a skill issue this time. Alright, so I'm going to be able to retreat the Nidoking. It's just I've run out of cards in deck. That's hilarious. Oh, and you know, I can't play the... Oh no, I can't play the Pokeball because my deck is empty. That's hilarious. But anyways, I'll be able to retreat the Nidoking if they decide that what they want to do is... Am I supposed to chill for a second here? I think I am. I think I need another energy on Nidoking. Maybe what I'll do is... Okay, if... Next turn, I'll double X speed. No, it would have to be a turn after that. Oh my goodness. Look at that skill issue. Also, they use both X speeds, right? No, just one? So anyways, I use... No, it's fine. I can just attack with Nidoqueen this turn. And then... Oh, but they can... Now that I've left it up, they can... Giovanni knock me out. Alright. Like Giovanni with Starmie is bad news bears. So I think I do have to attack with Nidoking. Huh. My cards left in their deck 6. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I don't know what to do here. All right, so if I just knock this out, they come up with Starmie, and if they have Giovanni, they win. If I wait a turn, I can double X speed, retreat from the Nidoking, knock out with that, then use the energy on the Nidoking to retreat to Nidoqueen after. But if they have a Sabrina, they win. So I guess I'm doing this and just hoping they don't have Giovanni, because whether or not I win or lose this game is very dependent on what their hand looks like, and the more time I give them, the more likely they are to draw into the right answer. Looks like they have it. Hopefully they have Sabrina. Like, Sabrina would be good, right? Because then I just send up Nidoking and it can soak up an attack. So anyway, oh, sorry, the Pokemon with colorless attack costs as tech cards, I wish there were better Pokemon with attacks like that. I think being able to cover type advantage with Pokemon like that is something from way old Pokemon paper that used to be very common, and I miss it. So that would be nice. Right, they just did something I wanted. I was gonna like use my X speeds, but now I don't have to. That's great for me. I don't understand that, Sabrina. Unless they're planning to like discard Dome Fossil, but like why would they? Why would they have made the switch in the first place? So yeah, it would be cool if the Pokemon with only one... It would be cool if the Pokemon with only colorless requirements could be played as splashable tech cards in this, but I think A, there isn't enough evolution tutors to make them all work, and B, they just don't deal enough damage to be handy. So we'll have to see how it plays out in the future, but I do think that more relatively basic attacks with decently high damage could be a really cool addition to this game to just cover a deck's weakness. Sabrina just wanted to say hi, I guess so, yeah. Alright, we won. It was a little awkward, like... I'm not sure I played that perfectly, but I played it okay, and my opponent just didn't have the right supporter at the right time, I guess. How do you play on PC? You cheat. You cheat, chat. Use your magic marshy powers. The answer is I'm not really playing on PC. I'm playing on my iPad, but I am casting it to the PC so I can stream it. So I'm not really playing on PC. The emulators don't work. You have to take a mobile device and airdrop the thing onto your monitor and capture it from there. Then I have a Bluetooth mouse, which works for iPads. Make Ditto transform into Nidoqueen for a Nidoqueen boost. It would be cool if, like, Ditto had some kind of, like... Alright, we're up against another slow deck, so we might be able to do something cool here. I'm gonna hold off on evolving Nidoran for one turn because it's not gonna matter anyway. But this way we can, like, get another Nidoran male out. Maybe pull off the fabled double Nidoking. Forget what I was talking about. Any viable Blastoise decks? Yeah, I think I could Blastoise. The thing is, Blastoise to be good relies on you getting heads on Misty, right? It's not like the other... With the other... With the other water Pokemon, if you fail to get heads on Misty, you can still like manually power up a Starmie or an Articuno and you're fine. But Blastoise requires like 5 energies to be good. It's decent at 3, but it's only good at 5. So you really need to be getting a bunch of heads in order for that to be good. So... Alright, my plan here is to knock out this Caterpie and then Sabrina to start getting a head start on the Venusaur once it's just Lilligant and Venusaur out. Is Starmie EX good? I got 2, and should I put them both in my deck? Starmie is like Starmie EX is one of the best Pokemon in the game, yeah. I think it might go like Pikachu EX is the best Pokemon in the game, and then Starmie EX is the second. That's how good it is. The Ditto they included is so unbelievably bad, yeah. Any resources for getting good? I really don't understand the broader strategy of when to use HP sinks or when to retreat or put energy on bench Pokemon or anything like that. I don't know how readily describable any of that is, to be honest. Like, it's all very situation based. If you want to pick from someone in a different language, does your card come in a different language? No, you just set your client to a specific language and then you have all of your stuff shows in that language, I think. I mean, like, that might not be true for all I know. Poor Venusaur deck managed to be slightly slower than the Nidoqueen deck. Watch as our opponent gets riggedy wrecked by this Sabrina. This is why I think the Lilligant build of this is kind of bad, by the way. Like, if they had not attached energies to the Lilligant, they'd be able to Giant Bloom next turn. But because they put 2 energy on the Lilligant first, and then I just Sabrina'd it, or I could have knocked out the Lilligant. Either way, they're behind. They're only going to be able to Razor Leaf this turn. So, I think the Lilligant build's pretty bad. Do you think they'll make any rules/dex building changes regarding people playing 2 Pokemon to abuse No Mulligan? No, I don't think they're going to make any fundamental rule changes to address non-issues. No, I don't think so. I think people who are abusing the always starting with a basic rule to have only 1 Pokemon in play, I don't think, at least as of now, that's not a problem. Like, maybe if they had like Iron Thorns EX, and the Iron Thorns turns off the abilities of basically EX Pokemon, so if there were, while it's active. So if they had something like that where if you start with it, it it eliminates something specific from the game. Like if you queue into it, you will never be able to use something because they always have that one thing active. Maybe, but no. Abuse is a stronger word than you meant. It's a trigger word for me as far as like it's a pet peeve. How's that? That's what it is. People using abuse when really they mean use. You know, synergy is not abuse. So anytime someone says abuse, you know, like when they're just talking about something that's either strong or in this case something that isn't strong. The two basic Pokemon decks are the worst way to play those decks. Like Zapdos EX is not the strong part of the Pikachu EX deck. Pikachu EX is. So if you're just running a Zapdos deck with 18 trainers to abuse the starting with a Zapdos, well, you're running a bad deck. Have fun. But if in the case of Articuno, it's at least okay. But like if you don't find Misty, the deck sucks, right? The Starmie EX is the better attacker anyway. So you're missing out on your much more like reasonable to attach to Pokemon for the sake of having to run Hand Scope and Red Card in your deck, which are terrible, right? So it that's a non-issue. So no, I don't think they're going to change the rules of the game to address a non-issue, and I don't think they're going to print cards that are going to make it, you know, so strong to start with one specific thing that, you know, they need to change it so that you don't just start with a specific thing. I don't think that's happening. Nidoqueen and Nidoking have questionable design choices. It was set up to fail. I think there's a chance that like as the game gets more cards that it's gonna even out. Like I don't think that things like this are gonna stink inherently forever. Giant Marshall stream. I am the most giant Marshall. What's your most proud card you pulled? Like in this game, I don't know that I'm proud of any card. I think the Pikachu in the garden, like the extended art Pikachu, I think is maybe my favorite looking card. But you know, they're digital cards, so I don't really, you know, I don't treasure them like I do physical cards. Yeah, disc economy is pretty bad. I think it's okay as long as you like understand it and make choices accordingly. All right, now it's time to find out if we have a skill issue. No, our opponent has a skill issue. The amount of time it takes for a concession to go through is a bit jarring. Yeah. Chat, we found things to evolve. Look at this. All right. Actually, I don't know why I benched to Nidoran female, right? Hard to say. Should I be powering this up or should I be paydaying? Oh, you want to know if you can use it? Yeah. I'm not sure I made the right choice. Smack. Boo, 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 boo. Sorry, one moment. I've somehow opened 2 extended arm Mewtwo EX and no Gardevoir, and I'm mad. I know, no, that's just how the game works, right? Like you're gonna encounter a point with something where you're gonna have 3 copies of the rarest thing that goes in that deck and no copies of the common one, just because the difference between pulling a common and a rare is so minimal that it's barely a rare. It's mostly just a rare when it comes to how you spend pack points on it. All right, so having the Meowth active I think was good just because it's gonna take us a second here. to recover from that red card. I wonder if I'm gonna maybe set up a sacrificial Nidorina. I think a Sabrina would be really bad for me here, right? Like if they Sabrinaed me, and I guess it wouldn't be too bad if I found an X speed. No, it would be bad, just period. Yeah, I should like not bench to Nidoran female in the future, at least while I have a Meowth out. Meowth seems necessary for this, but it also seems bad. Like, do we just have to high roll slow starts to make this work? Hey, Erna bro. Hi, Master Martian. First time catching you live. Love your content. Sadly, I'm not interested in Pokemon Pocket. Unlucky. All right, not having the Sabrina there was good. All right, I send this up. That's our sacrificial Nidorina. We have our second Nidoking incoming. Man, the Meowth chip damage mattered, right? Because Nidoqueen deals 130 with one Nidoking. Huh. Oh, we have Barkley over. Do you want to come up? Yeah, come on. So here he is. Hey. Say hi. But don't actually say hi, because that would hurt their ears. Yeah, we have Barkley over. So he's chilling. He wanted to sit in my lap, which I guess is pretty cool. This is probably a bit biased, but I feel like Nidoking and Nidoqueen are the types of Pokemon you could get specific acceleration to via supporter. Oh, absolutely. That'd be cool. That could have been a Giovanni thing. Oh my goodness, the skill issue! My opponent is terrible at this! What are they doing? Getting 2 tails on Misty. Is that an IRL Pokemon? It is, yes. Isn't it? Isn't it, Barkley? It definitely feels that way, yeah. It might be cool to have like, you know, like energy acceleration would be good, but also if they had like a special item maybe that would evolve them if, you know, they don't like only worked for their lines. That'd be cool. Sounds like an incredibly top-down deck, but you know, it kind of needs it. Alright, well, my last basic would be Meowth. Is that worth benching? I think there's no reason to and no reason not to. Huh. Huh, Barkley. It's hard to play with my left hand. Huh, Barkley. Love Strike, go! We got him. We got him, didn't we, Barkley? We got him good, didn't we? Yeah. Oh, you're so... yeah. What about Lick? He knows Lick. It doesn't paralyze, though. It's kind of a nerfed Lick. But we prefer that. Huh. Good job. What's my opponent doing? Are they malding? Are they malding, Barkley? Oh wait, is this bad? Do we lose? They only need 1 more point, right? Uh-oh. No, we don't lose, right? They threw. They just threw. I guess it's their first Sabrina, so they could Sabrina again. What we need is... that, I guess. I don't know if that was the right move, what I just made, but if they have Sabrina again, I think we're toast. Don't worry, Barkley. We'll win unless we lose. Flags! Good job. He's acting like he wants to come back up, but he was acting like he wanted to get down while he was on me, so. I guess he's just being a fickle doggy. Oh, he just went to his doggy spot. Okay. Okay, so they want me to switch, and it has to be this one. So we win if we top deck another X speed, right? And we lose otherwise? I haven't played both X speed, have I? I have not. So we have a 1 in 4 chance to win here. Let's go X speed. No. Unlucky. It was close though.